All right. This is the first time doing the recording. I'm actually eventually going to make this a live stream. So if I mess up, it's there. You see it. But what I'm doing today is I'm going to show you copy from Underlay. I've done copy from Underlay multiple times in Xactimate. It's very beneficial, very helpful. The first person that I learned this from, a shout out to Alina Wilson on YouTube. Her YouTube station is Xactimate Mastery. That is where I first learned how to do copy from Underlay. But now I have the actual Xactimate Mastery book that speaks on copy from Underlay. Now, this book, the version that I have was published in 2018, and anybody who uses Xactimate knows they update on a regular basis. So when I get inside this screen, it might be a little different from what I end up showing you on Xactimate in the book, but as I'm doing it, anything that we see different, of course, I'll note it if I recognize that it's different. But yeah, today you're going to be learning copy from Underlay. So let me share my screen first. Because what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go through the PDF that I have of the book. We're going to go through it, and then we're going to get to that action. Let's see. Okay. So this is sketch. This is the sketch screen. I think everybody who uses Xactimate knows this screen. If you've been using it for a while, uh, you're very comfortable and familiar with this. If you're brand new to Xactimate, and this could look very daunting looking at this screen, all of this stuff that's on here. All right. Now, usually the independent adjusters or the staff adjusters are the ones who play around in here. A lot of public adjusters that I know, I used to be an independent adjuster. Now I'm a public adjuster. A lot of public adjusters I know use the dimensional measuring, which I'll show you that eventually as well. But I want to show you copy from Underlay, and situations where copy from Underlay is very beneficial. It's where you're dealing with a commercial building, huge building, and you have the blueprints. You can also you get the blueprints if you're dealing with a huge commercial property like a hotel. You can get the base blueprint of the property, the perimeter of each of the rooms off the door. Take a picture of that, bring it in, get a measurement of one of the rooms, because you'll see that you have to, when you copy from Underlay, you have to reference a measurement. So when it pushes it into your sketch, it's recognizable and it can use it. So I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. Let me get in it. So first, let me pull in the actual PDF. All right. So here's copy from Underlay. All right. Make this bigger. And while y'all looking at this, let me know, because this is the first Xactimate training video that I'm doing. I don't know if I'm going to call it training. I mean, I'm just helping people out because I got helped out. So let me see. So let me read this. Import the image, the import underlay image feature. The import image underlay feature allows you to import graphic image into Xactimate Sketch that can be used as an underlay for your floor plan. The following lab walks you through the steps used to do this. Two unoccupied, recently remodeled retail stores at the Morgan Shopping Center suffered fire and heavy smoke damage when combustible materials were thrown out with the garbage, igniting the contents of an open dumpster at the rear of the stores. This lab will use a portion of the shopping center blueprint and import a graphic file, JPEG or DXF, into Xactimate sketch to use as an underlay for the floor plan. Before you begin this lab, make sure you know the dimensions of one of the longer walls of the blueprint. So you create the project. All right, so we're not going. All right, so when you're doing this Xactimate workbook, they try to give you case studies, so it's like a real client or whatever. So right here is asking you to create the project. It gives you names, and I believe this is the same books that they use when you're doing the training before you take the Xactimate level 1, level 2, level 3. This is the Xactimate mastery course, so I believe it's the level 3 training. So boom. So now 2 is where you click the options and then click import drop down menu and select import underlay image. Locate the image you want to use as the underlay, then click the image, click open. Xactimate may ask you, do you want to resize the image? Yes, you want to resize the image, right? If you see this window, click yes. When prompted to set the scale, click one end of the line you know the dimensions for and drag the cursor to the end of the line. Click the release cursor. And I think the way they have it now, because once again, this is 2018, I don't think you actually have to drag it. I think you just click one end and then click the other, then it sets up, but I'm going to show y'all that. Xactimate draws a red line and pop-up box asks you to enter the length. When using the set scale tool on an underlay, obtain the most accurate scale by selecting the longest known length. And I'm actually going to be importing a Matterport floor plan. So they actually have the dimensions right there in the floor plan, and I'll just pick one of the longer ones. Enter the length, enter the line length and click OK. Xactimate sets the image scale and brings the image into the sketch workplace. With the image in the sketch workplace, use the sketch tools to trace the underlay to create the project. So here are the stuff that they have for the particular project that you would do if you were either taking the Xactimate training or taking the level certifications. So copy from Underlay. So the first part was how to import it. This is how to copy it. The copy from Underlay tool is great way to ensure the second level. Oh, nah, this is different, y'all. Copy from Underlay is when you have multiple levels of a floor. And actually, I might end up using this ultimately with the floor plan that I'm working on. But it's when you have a house that has multiple levels. Now, the different levels have different walls typically, but the perimeter of the levels are typically the same. So why you would want to copy from Underlay is basically saying, hey, I already know these measurements around the perimeter. Makes no sense to have to recreate that again. Let me go ahead and just copy from Underlay to where the perimeters are the same. So I'm only just pulling in. I think. Don't make me lie on this video. I know what I'm doing. I promise. Somewhat. I'm always right. 80% of the time. Let's see. All right. If we have to go into this, we will, because it's real simple. Let's see, sketch. Copy from Underlay. Okay. So yeah, but y'all see right here, basically when you practice, estimate, create. then click the rooms you want to copy. All right, we'll get into that. So let me pull back up Xactimate. So we're going into the options, import underlay the image. And by the way, I'm using X1. Is that X1 desktop version? Man, I could have sworn I just downloaded this. Pull this out. Just in case I'm clicking on the wrong stuff. I know I just downloaded this. Let's see. Downloads. Yeah, that's it. But this is the floor plan that I'm gonna be doing. But let's get it in. Cause sometimes because this is a PDF file. So I'm trying to remember if we're gonna have an issue. So let me open file location. Excuse me. All right, I see it right here, man. I'm trying to get to it. I'm trying to import it. Cancel. Okay, import. Why y'all gonna wait till I get live to start playing? Okay, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm confused. So is you always gonna run into problems when getting this stuff done. You know, the better you get, the less problems you run into because you run into them before, and then it increases your speed of handling it. But this right here, I'm thinking what I'm going to end up having to do is pull up the PDF, take a screenshot of the PDF and make it a JPEG, then it'll be importable into the copy from Underlay. So let's see if that's what I have to do. Let's see. Thank y'all for being so patient. I know what I'm going to do. See if I can find it. All right, yeah, so that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to get a screenshot of this. Uh, so yeah, y'all get to see this snipping tool. So it's just about figure out the workaround. So I guess that's the first lesson for real. If you're trying to import underlay of a PDF file, you'll be searching. If you're trying to find it through your Xactimate, you'll be searching all day. What you're going to have to do is get creative and use your snipping tool. Okay, let me do these first. It caught my picture. And it's actually for a file that I'm working on. And I guess just for the purposes of making this video, I didn't even look at exactly what the file called for. So I might be copying a room that even isn't even being a that's a part of the estimate, but this is it don't matter. All right, so now we finally about to do it. So I just problem solved. I found it. Set scale, click one in. All right. So like I said, I'm using I'm using uh I'm using a Matterport draw in, so it has the measurements right there. Let's find a long wall. That's pretty long. And look, this wall, so what Matterport usually does is the first one is usually the width. The second one is usually the length. Uh, or should I say the first one is usually east to west or west to east, and the second one is usually north to south. And as you see, the north to south is 26 feet 4 inches. So we're gonna touch both of these arrows. 26 4. All right, so now we in here. So let's try to show you the benefit of copy from Underlay. This is room 1. All right, so what I'm about to do is I'm gonna hit break to break this room. And then I'm gonna hold down the control key and pull this. Boom, boom, 2. Then I'm gonna hold break. I'm gonna grab here and I'm gonna click the left click and I'm gonna drag it instead of just clicking it. Boom. I'm gonna hold the control key again. Other room. Boom. I'm gonna hold the control key again, and then I'm gonna left click, grab that. Boom. Hold the control key again. Grab that. Boom. Now I'm not gonna hold the control key on this because I'm just stretching the room out longer. I find that longest wall, which is right here. Then I'm gonna hit the brake again. And then once again, when I'm just adjusting the room, I'm not holding the control key. I only hold the control key if I'm trying to create another room. Okay. Hold control, left click. And if you ever want to see what your room looks like, you hit this button right here to remove what you did. Boom, it's going to show you. This is a bay window. See how easy it is to, because I never actually. Let me hold off on that. Finish making this. All right, so let me see. Y'all ain't about to leave here saying I left that bay window out. All right, so before I because we're not gonna get too deep into this, but the first thing, even if I didn't have underlay, when you're making a floor plan like this, the first thing you do before you start getting all crazy with the adding windows and doors is get the whole the box floor plan out. Because look how that look. Oh, I'm missing something. I'm missing that. So let me see. Break. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm using the reference line to get this size, because once I click it to this wall, I could be wrong, but I believe it's stuck. So this reference line says that it's approximately 7.3. That's what I mean. And do another reference line. One seven. This look crazy, man. Let's see. Go back. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Why is that there? Listen. All right, forget that. Y'all are just not gonna get this bay window right now. It's late at night. For some reason, it's just not coming to me. But let me just give you an example of the doorways real quick. How you add them to the floor plan. And sometimes what you might have is just sometimes what you might do after you copy from Underlay is have the actual image sitting to the side to where you can just put these doors and windows in. But what I wanted to do, if you go back and look at the video, you'll see how quick it was for me to get this sketched out real quick, which was relatively quick. And even if I were to start this one, because one of the most important things is first when you're doing a Xactimate sketch is getting the perimeters first. Don't be trying to customize the room prior to you getting the perimeters. So just remember when I'm stretching this out, it's not until I'm creating a new room that I first hold down the control key and then pull. And that allows me to create another room. Control key, then it creates another room. Look how fast this is. If you've already been using Xactimate and you're familiar, you'll be like, all right, yeah, this is a good tool. Because now keep in mind, because I went ahead and did that reference. Remember when I put in the 26 feet 4 inches? No measuring no more because it has that 26 feet 4 inches is relative to all of the rooms as far as it should be to scale. So as I'm just copying and pasting all these other rooms, uh, the the measurements should be correct. So boom, break, another room. And when you use that wall tool, you're gonna have to hit escape whenever you're ready for that to be done. Man, when you able to use this thing so fast, it's a good feeling to get this thing done. I know y'all see me working over here. Don't act like you don't. These things just snap right into place. Now remember, when I want, I'm grabbing the break, I'm clicking on this and I'm holding it down when I want to stretch that break out. And then another room. All right, so I'm going to go back and add the doors later, and I'm going to go back and do this bay window later. Hold on, let me check something out. I don't know, man. I just don't like leaving it like that. Nah, y'all not the. I'm about to stop embarrassing myself by trying to get this bay window, but the whole purpose of this video was just to show you how easy peasy. Oh, let me see. This copy from Underlay is. And all I have to do is go back and add the windows and the doors. But listen, the floor plan is done. But that's it. Let me see. Let me bring this back. I don't know how long this video was. It's ridiculous. Ah man, I hope y'all stuck around with me. It's only gonna get better. But that was copied from Underlay. Stop sharing my screen. That was copied from Underlay. It only, well, you can go back and look at the video and see exactly how long it took me to do each one. But it's a very useful tool. Let me know what you think. First video, had to work out the kinks, but all in all, it's going to get better, and I'm going to be doing live, so you get to see me mess up live. All right, but I'm Randolph Love the Third. I'm an independent public adjuster, um, insurance appraiser, estimator. I help out homeowners, business owners, contractors, and attorneys, specializing in that Florida water. But reach out to me if you need some help, if you need some, ask some questions, all that good stuff. Bye.